Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulullah. So we talked about giving condolences last time. We said that the Muslim, if the Muslim dies and the family is Muslim, you say أعظم الله أجرك وأحسن عزاءك وغفر لميتك. And if, so means that basically you're making dua for the Muslim and for the Muslim for his reward in this dunya and in the hereafter, and for the deceased. If the family is Muslim and the deceased is non-Muslim, you are making dua for the family. If the deceased is a Muslim and the family is non-Muslim, you are making the dua for the deceased for his forgiveness in the hereafter, and you're making dua also for the family that is non-Muslim, but not for the reward of the hereafter, but only for that Allah gives them condolences, means that Allah takes care of them and all of them. So in this dunya, basically making dua for them in this dunya. Now the fourth case, if both the deceased and the family are non-Muslim. So in this case, the non-Muslim should be told when he's deceased non-Muslim, he says, أخلف الله عليك ولا نقص عددك. It's a little bit hard to translate, so to the best of my ability, I translated it. So it's basically, you're asking, may God keep you safe after him here. You're asking God to keep you safe after him here, and grant your family good people like him or her. You're kind of telling him some kind of words about the deceased, you know. That's basically what you say. You can say, may God give you, keep you all safe, you know, and grant you good people like him and her. He was a good person, something like that, you know. You don't have to, it's not a time where you are supposed to talk about the matters of deen and so on. You're just trying to give kind words to the family. So that's what you say. So that's about it for giving condolences. Moving on to other points, Imam Nawawi apparently he had some questions after he finished this class. He says, now I'm going to answer some questions. So he starts by this question. The first question I think he was asked is it permissible to cry on the deceased or not? So he says, yes, it is permissible to cry on the deceased, like the Prophet ﷺ cried on his son Ibrahim, before and after death. So if somebody is sick and you don't hold your tears, you know, we are human and we have feelings, you know, it's okay to cry. What's not okay, it's haram, is to start wailing and hitting your body or some people hit their face or hit their chest, you know, or wail and raise your voice and say things that shows lack of being pleased with Allah. We should accept the qadar, you know, we should accept whatever Allah gives us. We should be in a state of acceptance and pleased with whatever Allah gives us. Then once the burial is done, the first thing that should be done regarding the deceased after that is paying his debts. If the deceased has debts, this is very important to pay the debts. Actually, it's ideally done even before Salat al-Janazah. The Prophet ﷺ, when a person died, he used to ask, does he have any debts? If he has any debts, he used not to pray on him till the debts are paid. So, but he used to tell people to pray on him. But he used to hold himself from praying on him. So the debts, the money debts is very important to be paid. And we said that even the shaheed, even the martyr, everything is forgiven except the debts. Everything is forgiven from the martyr except for the debts. So any debts that you take, any money that you take from a person, you have to return it. If you don't return it, this becomes a big problem in the hereafter, you know, because it's not the right of Allah, it's the right of a human being. So Allah forgives on his rights, but the right of a human being, he will take it from you. You know, everybody wants his rights in the hereafter, right? So paying the debts of the deceased is very important. And then the will of the deceased should be taken care of, should be applied. The will should be applied this paying the debt and taking care of applying the will are the first two things you do after the burial. So the will of the deceased and the debts are very important things to do immediately after the burial. Ideally, the debts, we said before Salat al-Janazah should be done. But if it's not done before Salat al-Janazah, then immediately after the burial you should ask, if he has any debts that has to be paid back. We stop here.